students. Today we will start with lesson number 8, cell structure and function. This chapter comes under the part of science that is biology. Here we will study about cell, what are the different parts of the cell and what different functions are being performed by these parts of the cell. So, the main objectives of this lesson, you will study about who discovered cell. Then you will also study, you know this also, that cell is the basic unit of life. Then there is a variation in the number of cells, in the shape and sizes in different organisms. You will also come to know about different part of cells. They are known as cell organelles. And in the last, we will study comparison between a plant cell and an animal cell. So let's begin. As you know, a building is made up of pieces of bricks. Same way, any living creature is made up of different number of cells. So cell is the smallest and the basic unit of life, because life first starts in a cell only, and then the cell divides, form tissue, organ, and like that a organism is formed. So cell is the basic unit of life. Then who discovered cell? Cell was discovered by Robert Hooke in the year 1665. He observed the slices of cork that was a part of a bark tree, and when he observed under a microscope, he observed that there were many partitioned boxes like a honeycomb, like you can see in a honeycomb, and each box was separated from other by a thin wall. Then he coined the name cells for them. So remember this thing, Robert Hooke discovered cell in the year 1665. Later on, in 1670, Anton van Leeuwenhoek described that cells in drop of pond water, that cells were also present in pond water. Later, Matthias Sheldon discovered that every part of plant was made up of cells. Means plant also contains cell. It was discovered by Matthias Sheldon. Then later, Theodor Schwann discovered that every part of animal is also made up of cell. So, by these discoveries, finally, it was known that every living thing consists of cell. All these scientists work together and then they have given the cell theory. Cell theory was proposed by Matthias Sheldon and Theodor Schwann in 1838, and finally it was formalized by Rudolf Virchow in the year 1858. Students, these names of scientists are new for you, but try to learn. This is important thing. Then they all worked together and cell theory was made. So what does cell theory states? That cell is a basic structural and functional unit of life. Okay, whether it is a plant, organism or a microorganism, they all have originated their life from cell only. And all the cells, from where they are coming from the pre-existing cells. The cells which are already formed, they are giving rise to the new cells. Okay, and all the basic chemical and physiological functions like repair, growth, movement, communication, digestion, everything. These all processes are also carried out inside the cell. Whatever functions you are performing, same functions, respiration, digestion, excretion, everything is performed inside the cell also. Then last point of cell theory is that activities of cell depend upon the activities of subcellular structures. The structures which are present inside the cell, they are called organelles and they perform different functions of the cell. Okay. Then Cell can be unicellular or multicellular. Unicellular means the organism which have only one cell, and multicellular organism which are having two or more cells. For example, like you have studied in lesson number 2, amoeba, bacteria, paramecium, these all are unicellular organisms because they have only one cell. Like other plants and animals and humans, we all are multicellular organisms because in our body many cells, billions and trillions of cells are present. Next is level of cellular organization, means how these cells organize and what they form in the end. You know, cell is the basic unit and smallest unit also. When cells combine, then they form tissue, and group of tissues form the organ, and different organs form organ system. Like these organ system you have studied in class 7th, like respiratory system. There the organs were, nostril was there, windpipe was there, lungs were there, bronchi were there. So these are different organs. They combine together to form a system, that is respiratory system. And when many these systems combine, then they form organism. Different systems like respiratory system, excretory system, digestive system, reproductive system. All these systems combine to form an organism in case of humans, and in case of plants, the plant will be formed, and microorganisms also. So this level of cellular organization is common in all the living beings. The basic thing is they are starting up from the cell only. This much for today. More we will study in the next video. Thank you.